pod producer. All right, let's do this. 3, 2, 1.
Coming to you from Louisville, Kentucky.
It's the ValentineCast with your non-gas having couple, Jay and Renee Valentine.
Today is Monday, June 4th, 2012.
And this is episode 62. Can you believe it?
We made it.
62. And this is a Monday, like Renee said, June 4th, 2012.
Yeah, it is. And do you want to explain to them why we're the non-gas having couple?
Yeah, so this weekend, one of the things that we did in the waka weekend wrap-up, we had invited our brothers and sisters over to grill out with us. And about after we cooked all of our meat, it was like an hour later, and then Demetrius came over to cook his, cook his pork chops and stuff. Went out to turn the grill on, grill fired up, closed the top. Then I went back out there to throw the pork chops on there, and the gas was gone. So we ran
propane.
We ran out of propane. So yeah, so we're the non-gas having couple, which is going to be, I thought was be a cool name for us today.
Yeah, it's not that kind of gas, people.
Right. So today was, kind of, it was a Monday. We had a scheduling mishap this morning with our groomer. And
it was my fault.
vet.
I think it was my fault.
I don't know. I think Vicky didn't say what day.
Yeah, we're supposed to drop him off for shots and grooming, but apparently it's next Monday.
Right.
And I even went through the trouble of getting his poop. So, and it's different now that I'm not walking them. I have to actually watch them.
Right. And
first world problems.
I know. And it's also like, with Sammy, if you stayed out there to watch, he won't poop.
Unless he really has to go.
Right.
And he really had to go this morning. So,
right.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
And some of the other things that we did this weekend, we did
much.
2 things. Well, we did 3 because we cooked 2.
We did cook.
So we had video games. Well, I guess because we had to eat. We played video games. We played a lot of video games this weekend. You especially played a lot, more than I. And then we watched TV. So we're going to talk about those things in media. And shoot, we might as well just go ahead and jump right into it. What do you think?
That sounds great to me.
All right, so let's go ahead and jump into a little media.
Media.
All right, so
we watched some stuff now.
We watched some stuff. So we rolled this past week, and we got a couple of movies. We got SWAT, which we did not watch, and then hold on one second, because I have Mr. Bronco calling on the phone. Mr. Bronco, you're live on the air.
Oh, look at this. Home from work.
Hey, not too much, man, not too much. Hey, actually, we went ahead and started and everything, so can I give you a call back, or you're on lunch?
I'm working about an hour and a half or so I'll call you when I get home. I'll be home in about an hour and a half.
All right, sir. Sounds great, sir. Thank you.
I'll talk to you then, man.
All right, bye-bye. All right, sorry about that, folks.
We had a guest call.
We had a guest call, and I had to take that because we had a little mix-up. But anyway,
yeah,
we watched a couple of movies.
Yeah, one of the movies that we were gonna watch, The Messenger, it went off. So no
right.
Messenger.
That was my fault because I totally thought when it said June 2nd, it was at the latter part of the day.
Oh.
And not.
Oh, it did say June 2nd on there.
Oh yeah, it said June 2nd.
Well, yeah, I think when it says June 2nd, it means it's gone. The Monday.
Right. So June 2nd means like 3 a.m.
3 a.m. or something like that.
3 a.m. Eastern time. See, I said Eastern, like
Yeah.
Southern, not Eastern.
You're getting
I'm getting
you're
better.
getting better.
I am getting better. Um, so we watched King Corn. We didn't watch SWAT, nor did we watch The Messenger, but we did watch another documentary and some other stuff that we'll definitely be talking about later that'll pique your interest. But right now, Renee is going to roll for next week as I go out here and toss the ones in our queue back out into the wild. Go ahead. And the
One
first one is
one is 0, right? 25. So what's the first movie?
25 is Torchwood. For the first movie would be um, Winter's Bone.
Oh, that's the one with the girl they played Katniss.
Okay.
Hunger Games. She eats a squirrel or something.
Resilient Ree Dolly goes on the trail of her missing drug dealing father when his absence at a court hearing jeopardized the family's safety. All right.
Awesome. All right. I'm
Psycho.
going to really try to get both these done
All
because
right.
I like watching movies. 53.
And 53 is The People I've Slept With.
That sounds interesting.
It's
Who's
a
in that?
comedy. Chris Zylak and Wilson Cruz.
Nobody
When
would
she
know.
finds out she's pregnant, a young woman struggles to pinpoint who the father is when her friends and family give widely disparated, dis,
Disparaging?
disparate, dis,
Dis.
disparate
Disparate. It's disparate.
advice, which I don't know what
Disparate means like widely different.
oh,
Like conflicting, different, that kind of thing.
oh, okay. I thought it was
Are you
more
like, why
like,
didn't they just say conflicting?
no, I thought more like a dispirate is what I thought. So,
All right.
all
All
right.
right, so those are two movies.
Yep, so those are the two movies
Let's
for
talk
next.
about King Corn.
All right, so King Corn was a documentary about two guys that were following corn. They planted an acre of corn, and their plan was to follow this corn across the U.S. to see where it got used. Because what it happened was there was a study done saying that the people now will die sooner than our parents.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, it was like 70, you died at the age of 70, where our parents were like 74 and 76 and whatnot. So they went to a scientist and they pulled, you know, they did some kind of something on something on their hair, and it said your carbon map or something like that shows corn as what's, you know, making up most of your body. So that's
Mm-hmm.
probably what's killing you. So they started doing a study on corn and seeing how much corn is used in a lot of our foods, and you know the high corn fructose syrup,
Right.
you know, corn to feed the cows and all the other
Everything's
livestock.
made out of corn.
Yeah, yeah. So like a lot of stuff is just made out of corn. So they wanted to see this whole trail. I mean, because normally you would think corn is good for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what did you think about the movie?
I thought it was good. At first, I thought it was biased against corn, and maybe overall it showed more negative things about corn.
Mm-hmm.
But I did show the positive things of corn. I mean, it's sad that a lot of the small farmers are being bought up. Corn is
Right.
becoming very industrial. The corn production industry is like big companies. A family farm is huge now,
Right.
and so it's just interesting.
Right. And the thing is that I mean, for their acre of corn, they only got $18.
That's all they got.
You know, so it's like you have to have a large amount of land
Yeah.
in order to make this money.
And the thing is that the $18 they got was from the government. They
Right.
actually would have lost money
Right.
if the government didn't pay them. So,
Right.
and so, I mean, a lot of people eat organic, and they raise cows the way they should be and they grow corn the way it should be, but
Right.
people aren't willing to pay for it. People don't demand it, so therefore it's not going to happen.
Right.
So,
So the demand is really high. I mean, because normally it takes, like they said, 4 to 5 years for a cow is actually, if it's grass fed, it takes 4 to 5 years before you can actually slaughter that cow for beef, steak, and everything else. But with the corn fed, you know, cows that use the corn products, they're constantly eating, so it's like 6 to 8 months, and they're ready to be slaughtered because they're up to the weight, and they have to, do it then, because if they didn't, the cows would die of the type of ulcer that they would have from eating the corn that's out there. Now we're talking about corn. We're not talking about corn you go into Kroger or Hy-Vee or your local grocery store and buy corn on the cob. This is corn that is produced just for the sole basis for fillers, for for cow feed and stuff like that. I mean, normally you can take corn on the cob that's that's made for consumption, pull it straight off the vine, and you can eat it right away.
right.
But this corn has no taste. It's very chalky.
We're sawdusty,
Yeah,
all that stuff. So it's meant for, to be processed.
right,
And,
right,
and like the movie said, farmers can't grow their own food anymore.
right. And then there's another side to this. I mean, if you're a farmer and you have a lot of land and you don't have the means to, what would normally happen is these big corporations, they'll come and they'll pay you to use your land to farm on it.
Right.
So I mean, some farmers, they have a lot of land. They can rent their land out to these industries. You know, and make and make money.
Right.
So I mean, there's a few sides to it. I mean, like with anything here in the country, dollar, money. You have the money to do stuff. You can pull a lot of weight and whatnot.
Mhm.
Then after we watched King Corn, there was another documentary that Pell from AIE told us about. I'm told you about that I wanted to watch, called Nature of Existence. So we were in the documentary mood, and I was like, hey, let's just go ahead and watch this. So we watched Nature of Existence, and basically what this movie was about, it was about a guy that went around the world, talked to different types of people, different religion, non-religion, just different people, asking them, what's our purpose? you know. And it was a documentary on, different viewpoints of what our purpose is here on Earth.
And that is one of my favorite topics. Hearing what people, why they think they're here, their purpose, their faith, all that stuff. I loved, and he did people from all around the world. So you got to hear all walks of life, all faiths. You got to hear what they thought. And I thought it was so interesting. And it was late, and I stayed up. And that's crazy that I stayed up.
Oh yeah. So it was very late, and it was really good. It was very thought provoking, and it was totally awesome to be able to, you know, watch this and experience. And it was, it had some people that we knew. I mean, Orson Scott Card was on there.
Yeah,
You
Richard
know.
Dawkins was on there.
Yep.
The dude that directed The Empire Strikes Back was on there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The only complaint I had was that the comments were going by really fast. So I didn't get a chance to talk to Jay about them. Because I wanted to talk to Jay about them, but I didn't want to miss what was said next. So.
Right. Right. So I mean, it's one of those things that we can totally go back and watch, again, and it's great, a great documentary to watch just to see different viewpoints. And that's one of the things that that we totally enjoy, hearing different viewpoints. Especially I do, hearing different viewpoints from other people, and learning what makes them tick and whatnot. Also, in other news this past week was our local Fox station, WDRB, was removed from the Time Warner / Insight lineup
Yep.
over contract dispute.
It's all about money. That's what it's all about.
So our local station, WDRB Fox 41, was demanding more money from Time Warner. In March of this year, Tom Warner purchased Insight, which is our cable company, and because it's a bigger company, what do they expect? They want to get more money. So it's a free station that you can pick up from, the air antennas and whatnot, and Dish TV and everywhere else. But since their contract was ending, they thought it was a great opportunity for them to ask for more money. And Tom Warner said, no, you need to honor your contract that you had with Insight for the next 3 years. So they didn't come up with a compromise. So when we woke up on June 1st to watch the news, we had a big old screen that said, WDRB has decided to pull their, channel from our
Yeah.
lineup.
Yeah, and it's all about pointing fingers because the banner that was playing on Fox the previous night said, they kind of blamed, Time Warner or whatever. So I just want my Fox back.
Right,
I mean, I just do. I can't watch So You Think You Can Dance over my house.
right,
Everything else is pretty much Hulu. But
right,
some people don't have Hulu. They're
right.
screwed, if they don't have Hulu.
Right. So, and the dispute is that, it's the increase in 2013 and 2014 that Time Warner is disagreeing with. They're like, hey, right now, Time Warner pays 2 cents per viewer to WDRB, and if I heard correctly, I think there's 1 million viewers or a 500,000 viewers for WDRB that they get 2 cents for, and I mean they're going to lose advertising dollars, and people are like, I'm going to switch to Dish. Well, the thing is, we saw last night when we were watching Mad Men, AMC and Dish are going at it now
Mm-hmm.
because they're I guess they're in the same predicament too. Their contract is running out with Dish, and so they're asking more money from Dish. I mean, you can go to keepamc.com if I'm thinking right, um, to figure out what's going on there. So it's really crazy. So Dish is, I mean, it's not just AMC. I mean, it's IFC, which is the Independent Film Channel, Sundance Channel, and the Women's Entertainment Channel. I mean, so they're like they're trying to ask for more money as well to those folks. So it's crazy that people are going to lose. They won't be able to watch Mad Men, Walking Dead, Breaking Bad, Kendra on Top, Portlandia,
Mm.
and Braxton Family Values. Like I said, it's a Tony Braxton show.
Mm-hmm.
It is okay. I never
Oh, yeah.
I never heard of it. So
Uh,
it's funny.
I briefly looked at an FAQ for what happens if Time Warner drops WDRB. And
Hmm.
one of the questions, and this is from the WDRB website.
Right.
One of the questions says, is WDRB being greedy for asking for an increase? And they say WDRB is asking for the same amount they received from Insight with increases in 2013 and 2014 to mirror the rate increases imposed by WDRB's programmers, which is based on the cable subscriber numbers. That is fair. That's what they say.
So the funny part is that's not what the FAQ said earlier.
What did it say
They
earlier?
danced around the question.
Oh, really? So,
Yeah,
so
they didn't say
they are going to increase.
anything.
Yeah. So
They didn't
they,
say
yeah.
anything about increases in 13 and 14 until Tom Warner on Saturday or yesterday said that they were asking for increases. So basically, Tom Warner wasn't trying to show their hand. Well, not show their hand, but try to say, WDRB's asking for more money. But, you know, there you go. Because WDRB was playing off like, we're asking for the same thing this year.
Yeah, but yeah, you're not. Yeah.
You know,
So yeah, it's interesting. So we'll see.
yeah. So yeah, Bill Lamb, is the general manager for WDRB, and that guy's a nut. As far as some of his point of views that he put out there, and it's just really crazy. I mean, honestly, I haven't really missed it. You know, but
Yet.
it'll be
Probably
okay.
not. Yeah. I mean, the only thing is the live shows aren't horrible. You just
Right.
have to go over somebody else's house to watch them.
Right, right. So I mean, we'll go over, go over Kim's, and we'll have to watch it over there since she has Uverse until they ask more money from Uverse. So, So until then, rest in peace, WDRB. Last night was the finale of Game of Thrones. What are your
Mhm.
thoughts?
Um, it was good. I liked it. But I didn't like other parts because I'm a book snob. But that's something else altogether.
Right, which I understand.
But I thought it was good for what it was. I mean, I tried to be objective as much as I could. And yeah, what about you? Did you like it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie. There's a part of me that kind of wants to read the books, a little bit.
Mhm.
Even though I know that
You
some of
should.
some of the stuff is not there. I wonder if knowing in my mind what they look like, if it will help.
You will read them as you see them.
Right, right, which is fine for me.
Right.
It may help me remember them more. I mean, I don't know.
Mhm.
So, I mean, we'll see if I do decide to go ahead and read those and everything. But I'm sad that it's gone. But
Yeah, no
yeah.
more Game of Thrones Sundays. My favorite day of the week is now half favorite.
So I think we have one more episode of Mad Men.
I know, and then Sunday will be nothing.
I know. Maybe we should record on Sundays. um, but then trying to think real quick. So we have to talk about unsubscribing from HBO in the meantime.
Okay,
So
so
are we gonna finish Veep or not? That's
I
the
don't
question.
know. Veep only has one more episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like next week is their last episode.
Oh,
So we'll
okay.
probably drop HBO. It's nice to have the movies there, but we don't watch anything else on
Right,
HBO.
right, right.
So we don't have time. So
And that's one of the
we'll
things
probably
that
drop HBO
that's
and
one
then
of the things
start it
that
back up again next year.
that's one of the things I enjoy about the cable is that I can pick it up, drop it. If I decide not to have cable this month, I can make sure my bill is paid up. I can drop it, pick it back up the following month or something like
Mhm.
that. But with Dish TV or Direct TV,
Contract,
it's
right?
a contract. I mean, it's 2 years. It's like a cell phone. It's like, give me a deal where I don't have to sign a contract. But and then I don't want satellite on top of the house either. So it's whatever. Um, we also finished Revenge. So it
Yay!
took us less than a week to finish Revenge, and that was a pretty good show, wasn't it?
Yeah, I loved that show, and it got even better as the weeks went on. Now,
Right,
I don't know how to be next year.
right. Because, well, I can't say anything.
Well. I think the show might lose its focus. Put it that way.
Right. I think I have a feeling it's going to be like Burn Notice,
Yeah, I think
where
some
Burn
people didn't
Notice the
like that.
first season was great, then the second season was it wasn't too bad, and then the third season was kind of like they were now it was almost into this theme of there's a case going on, you gotta figure out solve the problem within the hour, and then here's a little bit more for the story.
Right.
you know, Whereas before it's kind of like a continued story from week to week to week to week. So I think we may have one more season of Revenge, and then it may be done, over with, sadly. But you know, we
Yeah,
almost,
by revenge.
and then we almost finished Once Upon a Time.
And this is a show that started off okay, but it got better towards the end part. So,
Right.
yeah. So I like it. A
Yeah.
lot of people don't like it, but I do.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. The fact that some of the stuff I don't have to pay attention to. Like sometimes I wasn't paying all the attention, but still keeping up. But like you said, it was one of those shows that kept getting better as it got towards the end. Oddly enough, so I've been enjoying it. We have like 30 more minutes to watch. We were going to try to watch it before the show to say we finished, but we have 30 more minutes of Once Upon a
Yep,
Time.
no, we'll be on with that.
Yep. So
Check,
yeah,
check those
we've checking them
boxes.
off,
I like
checking
it.
them off. And this week in gaming was
We
huge.
gamed a lot. I
Um,
have different spurts. It was a gaming weekend this weekend.
right. So this weekend, Saints Row 3 was on sale for 66% off on Steam. So I got Saint Rose 3. I haven't been wanting to get that for a while. So I got that for 66% off. And Saints Row is it's pretty fun. It's over the top. It's like GTA, Grand Theft Auto, but more over the top, and it's meant to be over the top. It's kind of like Doom. If you take Doom, or if you take what's the other guy's name? Not Doom, the one Duke Nukem,
Duke Nukem.
and you
Mm.
put GTA together, it's supposed to be over the top and bad language, and there's just all the innuendos. It's just totally over the top, you know.
Yeah, like I heard the cutscenes over there, and it was hilarious.
Right. So I mean, I've been enjoying it. I enjoy it a lot more than GTA because
Mhm.
I did play GTA when you had it on Xbox, and it was just it seems a little bit too serious, a little bit.
Yeah, it is. It's a more serious thing.
Right. And I was like, I don't want to be all that serious, you know, because I don't know, it just didn't feel like it. And then there's a humble bundle, 18.
I bought it.
I got it too after you told me about it. And if you haven't got it, go get it. Go out to humblebundle.com, I think is the name of it, or Google Humble Bundle, and you get like 5 great games that if you haven't played them before, this is your time to get it at a good price. And also you get the soundtracks. And the soundtracks
You
are
love
amazing.
soundtracks.
I do. I do. And so of that 100 bundle that I played today was Psychonauts and Superbrother Sword and Sorcery EP extended play, and then it also includes Bastion. It also includes Limbo, and there was one more that I can't remember. Oh man, no, that was it, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was Bastion, Psychonauts,
Limbo,
Limbo.
and there was one more. I can't remember the name of.
They're like five
Yeah, it
different
was
games. So.
5, and so for like I think the average at the time was like $7.77 was the average if you paid, well, 7.76. So I paid a penny more to get the fifth one, which is Bastion, which I already had. So I really didn't need it, you know.
Yeah, I know.
But they it's kind of like being at church and the plate goes by and you see your neighbor put $5 in. So maybe you should put
Whatever.
$5 in too. So, but got that. I played Psychonauts, and Psychonauts was pretty cool. It's a little different, you know. It's funny. So I've been playing through that. I kind of see why people like it. I like it, um, but I played enough of it to, you know, wet my whistle a little bit.
Mhm.
And then I played Super Brother Sword and Sorcery EP. Now that game was that's a true indie game because
Oh, I looked over this little 8-bit. I thought it was kind of
yeah.
8-bit-ish.
So a lot of people really love indie games, and I guess I do too. But when they start getting kind of weird a little bit, and I have to Google to figure out what's the next step in something, or I have to really try to figure out something, it kind of gets weird. But the soundtrack is awesome. The music was awesome because I had it up and you were even dancing a little bit in your chair and
I
everything.
was like,
So I played that, and then you played a little bit.
crap ton of Civ 5. I think I played so much Civ 5 it annoyed Jay.
Whatever. Don't pull me
So
into
I
this.
was just saying. So this is a game that I've heard people say you lose hours on, and you do. I started playing around 11, I think. I looked up, it was 3. I was like, crap. So it's really, really fun. I am caught in between these two countries, and they won't take me out, but I gotta take them out before they take me out.
Right.
It's very it's a it gets my adrenaline going, and I don't like competition so much. The game is fun, but it if I lose, I'll be like, crap. Gotta start all over.
Oh man. You nervous?
Yeah. It makes me nervous when I play.
Yeah.
My heart beats fast,
I
and
know because you had turned the fan on. I was like, "You hot?" And you was like, "It was the heat of battle."
it was, and then I survived that one, but I had to come back. So
I was like,
Civ
"Okay."
5, awesome game. Get it, live it, love it. Okay, so Civ 5. So We also played some Tera.
We did.
We got back into Tera. We finished the Potpourri area.
Yep.
We are level 37,
8,
38.
37 or 38. I don't
37,
know.
38, and we're going along fine. So I'm probably split time between Tera and Diablo.
And yeah, I can see that.
Are you still liking Tera?
Yeah, I am. So we can split between Terra, Diablo, and then we have our own individual games.
Mm-hmm.
Civ 5 and Saints Row 3 and stuff like that.
And Diablo, we finished Act 1 in
We
Nightmare.
did, we did,
So
and
we're chugging along.
we are, and it hasn't got real hard for us yet.
We
And
but we died more than normal mode,
right, right.
which is
Uh,
understand. I think we died more than normal mode.
I think we died about the same right now because we died in the first episode. I mean, the first act, and then to the second act, but that was it. So we died. We died two. No, we only died like two times in act,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is, and
I
it was
guess we
that.
did.
And the funny part is, it was the same exact spot that we died last time, with those big dudes blowing up out there, you know. But this one was the charging bulls, I think,
Yeah, Charging Bulls.
which I
They.
found out a trick for them bad boys, you
Yep.
know.
Jay's awesome at that.
And it also helps out that the fact that I can heal us both, you know. So that, and we're both melee, so we kind of stick together. So I understand that we have an advantage with with you tanking and being a barbarian, and me being a monk and being able to heal, also do damage, and also being able to take my dexterity and convert it to armor. It helps out a whole lot. So I think we're the ideal team, totally the ideal team. So in the news today, found out that Epic Games they're actually going to open up a branch in Baltimore, Maryland, and they're going to hire a lot of the Kingdoms of Amalur staff, which are Big Head Games.
Yeah, so, and it's awesome that they're going to step in and they're going to hire some of them. And I'm going to put a link there, but a lot of people think the IP is worth saving.
Yep.
So a lot of people are happy to see this happen. So we hope the Epic Games, can take as many of those employees in as they can. And because I don't like to see anybody lose their jobs. So.
Right, and I have to say, Epic Games, those guys are from the North Carolina, and really big ups to North Carolina, my home state. What? Even though they still need to vote for gay marriage to allow that to be legal
I
there.
know
So,
they're a little behind the times, but they'll come up.
but you know what? I mean, that's the company that's there, so it's all good.
And let's see. So also, I finished The Color of Magic by Terry Pratchett. It's the first book in the Discworld series, and it was really good. A lot of people say it's not as good as the other ones because the writing is a different style, but it's a good mix of fantasy and humor. So I liked it. It was a good read, fast read, and now I can start on the second one. So, and I have all of the books from the first series.
And is
There's
that
different
Discworld?
series. Yeah, the Discworld. The one with the world is a disc on backs of four elephants on the back of a turtle who is flying through space.
So I have to ask this: if I were to start a series, if it was Discworld or Game of Thrones, which do you think I would enjoy most?
It's Discworld, obviously, because Game of Thrones is very serious and the books are very long.
Discworld's it magic-y?
Yeah, there's magic.
Yay, because there's not.
Fantasy magic.
Okay. Yeah, I probably would enjoy that more.
And the first and the other ones are better than the first one, but I like to start at the beginning, so.
So the other ones are better than the first one?
That's what other people say, because they say the writing style changed, and the later ones are better than the first.
Okay. All right. Well, so you said The Color of Magic is the first. Okay. Maybe I'll add it. and maybe I'll start reading it and then get halfway through it and stop. You know how I do. And with that, let's get to some food.
The fridge is not prepared!
All right, so this week we had a few meals that were
A few
pretty cool.
meals.
We had some accidental fish.
It's called accidental fish, which is really, really weird. But it's basically just mahi-mahi with like this
Oh,
tomato. Well, were you like, I don't remember that. It
yeah,
was
I was.
mahi-mahi with like a tomato kind of sauce over it.
Hmm.
Was really good. And
Yeah,
I
the
enjoyed
sauce
it.
was really good. It's
Yeah.
like make the sauce on the side, and I can put that with like collards or okra or um, rice.
Yes. Yeah. That sauce would be really good with okra and rice, I
Yep.
think. So that was great. Well, I definitely have that again. Also made a turkey garbanzo bean soup with air
Good.
quotes
It was
with
really
pasta.
good.
It was good. It was not a soup, at
Hmm.
least the way that I followed. It ended up being more like, I don't know,
You called it
pasta.
you call it beefaroni.
Beefaroni. So with turkey and wheat pasta shells, but it was good. It has a lot of spices in it.
Right.
A lot of herbs, I mean. A lot of
Yep.
herbs and spices.
Yep.
So it actually turned out okay. It was hearty. We had enough for 2 days. It was good.
Yep. And
And
then
then,
we
yeah.
took a nice adventure, try to change up some stuff, and went to a new Kroger that's closer to our house. And we're still up in the air about it. We're not huge on change,
It's
and
hard when you change grocery stores.
it is.
It's really hard.
It is. And then like the guy that worked at the butcher wasn't as helpful,
No, he
or
wasn't.
you know, I don't know what this dude's issue was. Like he didn't want to be at work that day. So I don't know. We'll go back there for like stuff that we need for that night. If we need to hurry up and go in and grab something, we'll go in for that, and then probably bounce out or whatever. And then while we were there, I picked up some catfish because I wanted to fry some catfish. And I was looking through the sale ad, and I was like, huh, catfish. So I made catfish bites on Saturday night with green. Do we have green beans?
Yes.
No, we had salad and
Oh, we had salad.
something else. Corn,
Oh, yeah.
salad and corn,
Corn.
and potato
Corn.
salad. I think.
What, with the kebabs?
No, with the catfish.
We had corn
Uh-huh.
and salad.
Oh, okay.
And then, so the catfish was good, though. It was really good, and I really enjoyed it. You did an awesome job.
Yeah, I was kind of worried about frying it up.
Yeah.
And
You always get worried when you cook. You don't.
and
you
then
don't
also
listen.
batter it and make sure the batter didn't fall off. But it was pretty cool. I really enjoyed it. It was better than what we get at Kroger. I mean, not Kroger, but at Golden Corral or somewhere else. And then you said you wanted some kebabs, so we picked up like 3 kebabs from chicken kebabs from Kroger, and then also picked up a steak, and we grilled those on Sunday, right before our gas tank ran out. So they were really good, and we marinated them in some Jack Daniel's marinade from TGI Fridays. Was really yummy, really yummy. So did you have anything else you wanted to cover on that, babe?
I love the kebabs. I loved how the onions and the peppers were marinated in
Yeah.
it, and it just made it amazing. So we
Yep.
did amazing.
All right.
I would love to have those again. We gotta make sure we have the pain.
Odds and ends.
You were saying we need to
No,
make sure
no,
we have more
no,
propane?
no. We can just go into other.
All right, so you have to understand, there's like 3 seconds of blankness before that kicks up. So it's like I can say, all right, let's go to some odds and ends. That's what it does.
Oh, okay. I forgive you.
You see what I'm
I
saying?
was like,
So
man, you're just rolling over me.
it's not like say, let's go to media. It's not like that.
Odds and ends, I gotta.
Yeah,
gotta
odds and
make
ends.
sure.
Hold on, let's see. Yeah, it's like 3 seconds.
All right. I'll remember that. But anyway, we just have to make sure we have propane. So.
Okay, I will. And what I'm gonna do, I'm probably gonna cut that 3 seconds off the very beginning of
So this thing will never happen
yeah, because
again.
that's gonna cause some fights here in the household. So here in the you have who we talking about here?
We're coming. I was just wanted to our travel plans and Nerdtacular. We've been planning out the time we're gonna leave and the hotel 'cause we're driving out to Utah. It is crazy. Jay sent me a picture of the middle of Kansas, what we're gonna be driving through. It is totally flat.
Yeah,
Nothing is there. I was like, oh, this is gonna be horrible.
and you see why Dorothy, smoking weed so she can go to the land of Oz.
So, but it's interesting. So coming back, we were going to drive 2 days, but now we split up into three
Yeah, so
because it's too much for two.
yeah, I mean we could do
We
it,
could do it, but we
but
be
I think we will appreciate the third day, even though we don't get a full day here at home.
hmm
We will appreciate the extra day. Not of driving, so that we wouldn't have, and at the very end, it's only a 4-hour drive, so, we can get up, have some breakfast, you know, mope around or whatever, and come on back in. So, yeah, so it's gonna be a great time. Gonna be a great time.
I'm looking forward to it. Nerdtacular. I'll be talking about that more next week too, because it'll be a week and then we'll be gone. Awesome show.
Yeah,
I love
so
talking with you today.
yeah, and I think some of the thing too is that with the podcast, we're not, I think we're gonna miss 2 weeks.
We're gonna miss 2 weeks of the podcast, so don't think we're gone anywhere. I know Jay doesn't like missing.
No, I'm fine actually.
So we're gonna miss 2 weeks.
I did think for a minute, see if I could figure out a way to record while we are out there, but I'm not.
Take all of our gear.
Yeah, and I have to take a PC and everything else, and
Let's
it's
skip
not.
that.
It's not even.
It's
I
not
mean,
even.
it'll be fun, but it's vacation. So, all right. So what we're playing a little bit tonight is I know last week I played a little bit from the album. This is Elliot Lip, and the song is called The Chase. So, how can people get a hold of us?
People can get a hold of us by our email address. It is thevalentinecast@gmail.com. You can also see our blog at valentinecast.com. The podcast Twitter feed is ValentineCast.
You can also call us at 415-75-VCAST. That's 415-758-2278. Video can be seen at youtube.com/ValentineCast. My Twitter feed is The Cowboy, TheCaoboi, and Renee's Twitter feed is The Ice Flow, TheIceflow. And until next week, you guys have a great week.
Bye, everybody. I messed up the episode numbers. Actually, 63. It's all good. Are you mad?
Nope.
Good. I'm glad because I couldn't bear for you to be mad at me.
All right, folks in the chat room, all 0 of you. Thanks for watching. You guys have a great week.
Bye.